pleasure to speak to you tonight at PTC. First of all, let me wish you all a happy Diwali for yesterday and best wishes to you and your loved ones. Now, I'm introducing myself as a candidate who's running at the next general election. I'll be running for the Brexit Party in Ilford South, which is in East London. That's where I grew up, went to school. I've been there for the last 35 years, so I know it really well. There's a big ethnic, community in Ilford. I think we're the second most diverse community in London, which is fantastic. The Brexit Party, believes, as you know, in a clean break Brexit. We've seen what's happened in Parliament over the last 3 years, and it's just an absolute joke and an absolute farce. We now need real people in politics, and I'm one of these people. A bit about my background is, I trained as a lawyer. I now work in financial regulation, and I work very closely with the financial regulator in the UK and the EU and the UK government to basically negotiate European laws as it affects the banking industry. So I know the industry very well. We need a lot of reform in the UK. We need to look at trade deals, not just with the European Union, but we need to look at deals globally across the world. Unfortunately, we can only do that properly and realistically if we're outside of the EU, not tied to a transition agreement. I've read that agreement and I'll release more soon, but essentially it ties our hands, not just in terms of the next 2 years, but also the future trade agreement that's being promised is actually binding us to a treaty as well. So it limits our ability to do trade deals with other countries on a more competitive basis than the EU. In the UK, we've got doctors, nurses, teachers, engineers who are running as candidates in the Brexit Party. And for me personally, two of the things that really matter to me are education and the NHS. And I can talk more about that with you later on, but it's certainly something you should hear more about from us as we move forward into the election campaign. Great talking to you, and I'll speak to you soon.